Yo guys, Anera here and welcome to my first explaining video. In today's video I'm gonna explain you how I made my new track Believe in Me. So let's dive right into it. If you haven't heard the track, this is what it sounds like.
Don't you think like that? I will love you endlessly. If you'd only believe in me. Don't you feel like that? I will love you forever. If you'd only believe in me, yeah. In me, in me, in me, in me, yeah. In me, in me, in me.
So the main elements of this track are the vocal, the brass sounds, the piano and the bass line. So let's dive first into the vocal. The vocal is a vocal from Splice and it's from the 91 vocal pack and I really like this one. So what did I do with the vocal? As you can see over here, I did a lot of processing on the vocal. Let me mute the processing and then you can hear the difference on the vocal. The reverb, I'm gonna let it on. It's really a dull vocal then compression, EQ, sorry, compression, another EQ. The R box does really a lot. It pushes the vocal a little bit more in the mix. Then some air, another EQ, some more air, and then a limiter to catch the peaks of the vocal. And then here the sidechain kicks in, because that's the part in a drop. So another cool trick I did with the vocal is the reverse vocal. The reverse vocal is just easy. It's just a word from the vocal reversed. So let me explain to you how I did that. So I took this word of the vocal. I already cutted it. Put it solo. Mute the other two. So I took the don't. Maybe the U. And then put here is my reverb. I always use a send. So let's put it up. And then you will loop it until the vocal stops, maybe a little more. Let's put it like this. Then I bounce it to 44.1 kilohertz, 24-bit. Let's bounce it. Just call it Vox Reverse. And now I'm gonna search the vocal. And then with bounces, there is Vox Reverse. So let's put the Vox. This is the vocal that I just bounced. Let's put the reverb down again. You can hear that. And then we're gonna reverse it. File, functions, reverse. Cut out the first word so you don't want it to collide again. example, let's put it like this, and then you have your reversed vocal.
Don't you think like
it's really easy, but it adds something to the mix. So the other part I did with the vocal is this, the reversed vocal reverb. Yeah. So you just put another track. It's the same vocal I reversed. Then you close the fader. You go to sense, you choose your reverb. But then you put pre-fader, you put the fader on. And it's still in bus 2, the vocal bus. So there is another reverb after the vocal fader. And then you will have the reversed vocal fader. You can hear. It's really easy. So that reversed vocal isn't really in the mix now. But it's something cool, a nice really element in the track. As you can hear, it's this one. And then the original one. And then we go into the second verse. So that was it from the vocals. Then I have the drums, not that much going on. Just some claps, snaps, nice clap loop over here. Then the snares are coming in, more loops. I just put them all in one bus together, EQ them and compress them all together so they sounds even. Kick drum, EQ the kick drum a lot, really nice kick drum. And then the hi-hats, loops are coming in the second part of the drop. So that was the drums. So now the bass line, it's actually, I bounced the bass lines to save some CPU, but it just are 3 layers, bass line, and then another layer, and here is the sub bass. Let's solo the mid bass first. What did I do? I put some slap delay on it, but not kickstart is coming in. As you can hear, you will hear the slap delay. If I mute it, it's just boring, and yeah, it adds a bit of space into the mix. But then I muted, I turned down the send over here, because there is where the pianos and the brass sounds are coming in. So I wanted to have more space for the brass, pianos, and that all the other stuff. So the bass line is then simple in the middle. There is just another layer over here to add a bit of crunch. And then this is just the sub bass. All the bass together. You don't put the echoes, the slap delay on the sub bass, because you really want your sub bass just to be straight down the middle, not that much going on. It needs to be loud, punchy, clear, so you don't. Yes, you're gonna have some problems in the mix. So that was it for the bass line. Not that much going on actually. Then we go to the fun part of the track, I think. I like the brass sounds. The first intention was actually to just have the pianos in the second part of the drop, but there's something missing over here. You can hear. It's really much better with the brass sounds than without the brace sounds. So the brace sounds, these are actually just the same layers. Just the same sounds, the one band all the way to the left, the other one all the way to the right. Then another fake horn. Some Big C's sound pack. Just a bit of distortion on it. Compression, EQ, not that much going on. And then I have a sampler. I just have it's this sample. I need to arm it. It's just this sample. It's actually just a brace sample, and this one also. Oh. But this is the most prominent in the mix. So altogether they sound like this. I just put some EQ on it, some OTT compression, and some more compression, and then I automated the reverbs. Small, big reverb. So that was it for the brace sounds. The pianos are all true pianos. They sound really thin, but with the bass line and the pads later on, really sounds nice. I put them all in a bus. Just some EQ, more EQ, more EQ, compression, and some gain automation. And here are some sidechain with some nice chords. What else do I have? The pads and some really dreamy pads over here. Yeah, just not that really much going on. There are just some presets I found. It really does a lot to the atmosphere of the track, because when I mute the pads, you miss something in some sort of frequencies. You can hear, yeah, bam! Really nice. Then the effects tab, just a lot of effects. So the other thing I want to talk about is what I have on my master channel. So put up the mixer tab. As you can see, just almost an EQ on everything. Kickstart, and then I will go to my master channel. There is where I have EQ, compression, some ozone imaging to really control the low end, so that all the frequencies below 60 Hertz are straight down the middle. So that is actually just the sub. You can see the sub is straight down the middle. You have some mid bass and some kick punch. The vocal and the brace. And here are the hi-hats. Because yeah, it really does some nice thing to the low end. Over here we have just a basic limiter. And then I just put ozone on the master channel, master assist, and then a maximizer, of course, just to get some loudness in there, and then a multimeter to see where the frequencies are right or good. So yeah, that was just basically it. I thank you all for watching, and I see you in the next video. And go stream the track, believe in me. I hope to see you next time. Bye.